All right, here we go, people. This is big. Now, we've been to London, we've been to LA. Riyadh season is finally back in Saudi Arabia for something very, very special. I'm talking the battle of the best at 175 pounds. Is it going to be Artur Beterbiev? Is it going to be Dmitry Bivol? Unified champion versus unified champion to find out who is numero uno in the...
Boxing pros have given their predictions and reactions to the key highlights of the Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol fight. Bivol could be the lone contender in this 175 lb division, with the skills necessary to overcome the unified champion. However, unraveling Beterbiev's intimidating blend of relentless pressure and explosive power presents a formidable challenge. Someone like that, if you're just running around, he'll just bully you. You need to get some sort of respect from the start, but you've got to fight your game plan too, Olympic star Ben Whittaker told Sky Sports. Whittaker, meanwhile, refrained from giving away too much about his strategy for facing Beterbiev. He added, "I can't give away all the gems. He cuts down the ring very well. And when you cut down the ring like that, you don't need to move all crazy. He makes you move crazy and walks you onto shots. Very clever fighter. I'm excited for the fight. You can't just box him, and you can't just fight him." I think there's a time and a place where you need to move, and there's a time and a place where you need to hold your feet still. The idea is unsettling. Perhaps the most intimidating fighter in the sport is Beterbiev. There isn't another scarier, reflected Kamal Sirameta, the middleweight who will box Chris Eubank Jr. on Saturday's show. He added, "I wouldn't say that because I'm not scared of anyone. There is no fear for me of any opponent. I would do what I can against Beterbiev, and it would be a street fight. Me or him." Despite its seeming paradox, taking Beterbiev on directly, where he is most powerful, might be the best course of action. Whittaker will face Liam Cameron on the undercard of Beterbiev versus Bivol. Cameron proposed that if he had to face the unified champion, "I just think I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to swing with him because I'm not prolonging the damage. Moving for him to catch me when I'm tired. Just try to chin him early and fast. Fighting according to your own style would be sensible. I wouldn't have the ability to box, move in and out for 12 rounds the way Bivol has that ability to do," said former world title challenger Matthew Macklin. He added, "I'd mix it up, box fighting for me. Getting backed up by Beterbiev would be a disaster. If you're electing to take the back foot and box someone and take a bit of room and angles, that's very different from being pushed back and backed up. If you're being backed up, you're under pressure. You're burning nervous energy at a faster rate than you'd like to be doing so, and you're getting forced into making mistakes." Macklin further added, "Coming forward might look like more dangerous tactics, but sometimes fighting fire with fire is actually safer tactics. Sometimes backing up, you're inviting more pressure. Actually meeting it head-on, you might deter it a little bit. It's something I would have had to have met head-on and hoped for the best. Theoretically, the most effective strategy against Beterbiev would be to utilize footwork, agile movement, and quick combinations. This is precisely the fighting style that Bivol has developed and refined over the course of his career. European cruiserweight champion Jack Massey argued that to approach Bivol, you've just got to stick and move, box and move, box and move, not let him track you down. I'm edging towards Bivol. I believe he can outbox him. We'll see. I think it's a great fight." He was agreed upon by Jai Opataya, who faces Massey on Saturday's bill to defend the IBF Cruiserweight title. You've got to do exactly what Bivol does best, and keep moving and cutting angles. He's a great fighter. It's a great chess match, this fight. It's a perfect walk-forward fighter against a perfect long-distance footwork fighter, Opataya told Sky Sports. For many boxing aficionados, the main event of Saturday's Riyadh season program is the best of the best for a variety of reasons. People have been advocating for Beterbiev versus Bivol to fight for the previous few years. To begin with, this matchup features two unbeaten fighters, both at the pinnacle of their skills in the light heavyweight division, finally squaring off to determine who reigns as the ultimate champion. In addition, the contrasting styles create a captivating showdown, with Beterbiev's aggressive, forward-pressing strategy clashing against Bivol's agile and skillful footwork. Eddie Hearn shared, "Pretty tough upbringings have helped turn Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol into two of the best fighters in the world before their clash on DAZN." Prior to their match, Matchroom CEO Hearn, who supports Bivol, gave a speech in which he discussed their ascent to the top of the game and praised their perseverance and achievement. Hearn said, "Both guys have dedicated their lives to the sport. I'm sure, without knowing too much, both upbringings were pretty tough and humble to say the least, but both guys have made the moves in their career to follow their dreams. Here, for me, you've got two of the best fighters in the world, two pound-for-pound greats. The fight, which takes place in the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, is the most anticipated major event in the nation.
Yes. 2. Come on. 3. Good. 4. Get it. Yeah, switch. Good. One more. Hey.
And pits two unbeaten opponents against each other. Beterbiev stands out with an intimidating record, having secured knockout victories in all his professional fights. Hearn recognizes that facing him will present a formidable challenge. Hearn added, "So many fighters have had success early against Beterbiev, but nobody has been able to keep him off for the duration. It's going to take a master boxer like Dmitry Bivol to do it. I actually think this is the best fight in boxing." Dmitry Bivol doesn't think Artur Beterbiev, who is elderly and frequently wounded, has gotten any slower. Bivol told Boxing Scene, "I feel amazing before the most important fight of my life. Just look at his record to see why he's a really dangerous fighter. It's proven that he's one of the most dangerous opponents. He has the skills. He's not only just a good puncher, he's a really good and smart fighter. He has experience and a boxing IQ. He has 3 belts for a reason. For his age, he has really good conditioning. I just need to be myself and improve on my skills. You can't prepare to get punched. You have to prepare not to get punched." Bivol, age 33, and Beterbiev, 39, were initially set to clash on June 1st. However, the bout was delayed when Beterbiev sustained a ruptured meniscus during training. This injury is yet another addition to the extensive list of physical setbacks he has faced in recent years. Bivol added, "I will try to do all of my best. If I can try to finish the fight, of course I will use the opportunity. In my head, I'm always thinking about how to win this fight and how to make everything perfect. I'm not thinking about the knockout, to be honest." The WBC mandatory challenger is waiting in line for a shot at the title. Additionally, Bivol might consider stepping up to cruiserweight to take on Jai Opataya, who is scheduled to compete on the undercard against Jack Massey. Moreover, Bivol could reignite interest in a long-awaited rematch with Alvarez. Bivol added, "To be honest, I don't have any plans as to who I will fight next. I don't know if the rematch would be worse for Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I waited a year and a half and it was only talk and no action or negotiations. It's a closed subject. I'm busy with Beterbiev. We'll see what happens after." Combat sports journalist Ariel Helwani suggests that the spotlight of the upcoming showdown could tip the scales in favor of one fighter. Although both competitors have participated in high-profile matches, Helwani contends that Beterbiev's extensive experience as a headliner gives him a distinct advantage over his younger rival. Beterbiev is used to being the man on the big stage, Helwani said on DAZN's Roundtable alongside Darren Barker, Joseph Parker, and host Aid Oladipo. He added, "He fights in Canada. He's selling out those shows. He's the headliner." Like any boxing fan, Robert Garcia is looking forward to Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev's light heavyweight fight. Elite trainer Garcia, who has trained some of the biggest names in the sport, has offered his assessment of the match. "Can't wait for that one, man. That's going to be a fight that's hard to pick the winner. I lean towards Bivol by decision," said Garcia when speaking to Fight Hub TV.
Yeah.
He added, "I just think he's got that style that he's not going to allow Beterbiev to step in and get close. I don't know. But also I wouldn't be surprised if Beterbiev steps in and hurts him and knocks him out, because that guy has so much power. He can knock anybody out. But I lean to Bivol by decision." As Beterbiev prepares to risk it all in his battle against Bivol, he remains strategically reserved, keeping his plans under wraps. He said, "You know, in all my past fights, I have never revealed these things. Why do I need to tell you these things now? Everyone asks this. It is a little secret in our team. We have some different scenarios to do and to prepare for." He further added, "We are thinking about how it is going to go in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the fight. We always try to discuss different scenarios, prepare for different scenarios, but we never tell journalists. We will keep quiet too. I want to win the fight, yes, but do not tell anyone." When someone does trash talk, Beterbiev just smiles. Beterbiev, who boasts an unblemished record of 20 knockout victories, is set to showcase his knockout prowess once again this Saturday. While the anticipation builds for their showdown, Beterbiev remains focused on the fight itself, showing no inclination for trash talk despite the expected intensity in the ring. Beterbiev added, "I have never done trash talk in my boxing career, and I don't want to start now." He exemplifies the extraordinary outcomes of honing one's talents to perfection. This Russian-Canadian boxing sensation has forged an outstanding career marked by remarkable achievements with a world championship title in the amateur ranks, a flawless record as a professional, and 3 prestigious light heavyweight belts to his name. His legacy continues to unfold. The road ahead holds even more potential for this formidable athlete. While he basks in the limelight, draped in accolades and riches, his triumph is anything but a solitary achievement. Supporting him is a devoted team, including his trainer and cornermen, who deserve their share of the recognition. Now, if you're eager to learn how this collaborative effort forged a formidable fighter from Khasavyurt, keep reading to discover the complete narrative. At the age of 39, Beterbiev reflects on the invaluable influence of his trainer, Mark Ramsey. Thanks to Ramsey's expert guidance, Beterbiev has refined his abilities and adopted a fierce, dynamic fighting style that has catapulted him to remarkable achievements in the ring.
He's slowing down,
Am I
and
seeing that correctly, that
he's
Bivol-
cutting up easier, and he's 38 years old. He's had 300 amateur fights, as I said earlier. A lot of tough fights in the pros. Listen, he's he's aging. Nobody beats Father Time.
After the fight this weekend, I know you had Bivol with a slight advantage. After the fight against Yarde, do you have Bivol as a bigger favorite or closer to even after this latest outing from Beterbiev?
I never will rule out Beterbiev. He's got power.
Completely
he's got
agree.
character.
But if you had to make a
he's
line,
got pride. Yeah,
before and after.
Listen, I got Bivol. I got Bivol a solid favorite. For me, my line's going to be different than someone else's, but for me, I got him a solid favor. That I go all the way out, like I always go all the way out on the limb.
Ramsey's own boxing odyssey started in the amateur ranks before he shifted to coaching in 1995. Teddy Atlas diverged from the typical forecasts regarding Artur Beterbiev's impending clash with Dmitry Bivol. Atlas remarked on Beterbiev's apparent decline, observing that he was becoming easier to hit. He highlighted the fighter's age, 38, with a staggering 300 amateur matches and numerous grueling professional contests, suggesting that Father Time was inevitably taking its toll. While he didn't entirely dismiss Beterbiev's chances, recognizing his strength, determination, and pride, Atlas ultimately viewed Bivol as the clear frontrunner in their matchup. He thought it quite likely that Bivol could overwhelm Beterbiev in the later rounds, potentially leading to a stoppage caused by cuts or an unyielding flurry of strikes, especially considering Beterbiev's defensive vulnerabilities. In this situation, Atlas proposed that either the referee or Beterbiev's corner might have to intervene and halt the bout. The undefeated duo is recognized among the elite pound-for-pound fighters in the world, yet they exhibit distinctly different styles inside the ring. Beterbiev is renowned for his fearsome knockout power, while Bivol is celebrated for his comprehensive and adaptable skill set. Bull told Sky Sports, "It's like I did everything right in my life because this is my goal, this is my dream, and the dream could come true. Of course, it will show me that I was doing right." Bull later said, "This fight would be on my wish list to watch. All undisputed fights I want to watch because it's what makes history. We have a lot of world championship fights, but undisputed fights, we could count on our 2 hands."
I prepare very well. I will do my best. So you're gonna use knockout or point?
We'll see. We don't know that.
You prepare for knockout?
I prepare for fight.
Thank you so much.
Bivol proudly maintains a flawless record of 23 victories in his professional career. His most notable achievement came in 2022, when he faced the formidable Saul Canelo Alvarez, a fighter famous for his knockout strength. As excitement builds, rumors are buzzing regarding a possible rematch with the former undisputed super middleweight champion, Canelo Alvarez. Recently, Canelo clinched a convincing unanimous decision win over ex-top contender Edgar Berlanga on September 14th. On the same day, reports surfaced revealing that Canelo is targeting a rematch with Bivol, tentatively set for May 2025, depending on his performance against Beterbiev on October 12th. However, in a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, Bivol suggested that a rematch may not be in the cards anymore. Earlier this year, Paul Smith anxiously observed, as his brother Callum faced off against Artur Beterbiev. The pair had just unveiled an eagerly awaited fight calendar for 2024, but it was Beterbiev who emerged triumphant, delivering the first knockout defeat of the Liverpool fighter's career. Many boxing enthusiasts had hoped Smith might achieve a stunning upset, especially following his successful tenure in the super middleweight division, where he previously held the world champion title before meeting Canelo Alvarez. After a remarkable comeback at 175 lbs, Smith was expected to pose a serious threat to Beterbiev. Unfortunately, he found it difficult to withstand the unified champion's unyielding aggression and devastating knockout ability, resulting in the fight being stopped in the 7th round. This weekend, as Beterbiev faces Dmitry Bivol, he aims to solidify his position as the undisputed light heavyweight champion. From Saudi Arabia, Smith, a former challenger for the world title and British champion, has gained deep insights into the heights of boxing through his match against Andre Ward. After closely studying Beterbiev's style, he confidently forecasts a victory for Beterbiev on October 12th. "I can't see past Beterbiev," said Smith when speaking to Boxing News. He added, "Bivol's quality, he's really, really good. Having seen Beterbiev up close a couple of times, I side with Beterbiev. I think he'll eventually get to him, but it's not a foregone conclusion by any stretch." As Hasim Rahman gears up for the most significant fight of his life, he believes Artur Beterbiev's boxing skills are often underestimated. Rahman, who is never afraid to voice his opinions on big fights, has offered his perspective on the fight that split the boxing world this past Saturday. Artur Beterbiev has excellent boxing skills. He had a tremendous amateur background and went to 2 Olympics, said Rahman when speaking to Fight Hype. He added, "Nobody has brought it out yet because his power is so devastating that it rules everything. Bivol, if he makes Beterbiev box, he'll beat him. He's a better fighter. I do think Bivol has better footwork, but I think Beterbiev has the ability to cut the ring off and make him fight. If you're telling me that Bivol is not going to get hit by Beterbiev, if you're not telling me that, then you're not telling me anything I want to hear because he's going to lose." But Beterbiev believes he is prepared for the fight. "Prepared very well. I will do my best. So, are you going to use knockout or points? We'll see. We don't know that. You prepare for knockout, I prepare for fight." Thank you so much. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.